What's up, guys? This is an immediate post-fight reaction video. I just finished watching Cub Swanson and Artem Lobov. Almost 24 hours later. This is Sunday night, 9:37 p.m. Central Time in the States. Man, I am kicking myself in the ass. This was a missed opportunity by me, man. Um, while I was so hung up on the mismatch, while I understood why Cub Swanson was the overwhelming favorite. Uh, while it was laughable to me, while this was easy money, and I did make money off the parlay that I said I played with Cub Swanson to win the fight, Berto Porter to start the eighth round, and what was the other play? John Dodson to win on the money line. I made good money on a high money parlay, so congrats to me and to anyone else who played that parlay. But um, a year ago, let's see, in a few days, it will mark a year. There was a pay-per-view in 2016, headlined by John Jones and OSP over in St. Preux. This was John Jones' comeback fight. OSP was a heavy underdog. Jones was a heavy favorite. And Jones was heavily favored to win inside the distance. I can't remember what the number was, but it was such a big number that I was like, I raised my eyebrows and I was like, they think OSP is this easy to finish? On the other side of the play, John Jones to win by unanimous decision was at a like plus 625. That's what I played it at. And of course, John Jones won the fight on decision. I figured he would win the fight, of course. And I figured if it went to a decision like I thought it would, that it would be unanimous. I did not see OSP beating him on a decision. And the reason I played that the way I did is because I saw OSP years ago, and it might have been 5 or 6 years ago at this point. He fought Gegard Mousasi in Strikeforce. This was the first time I had ever seen OSP. And he gave Mousasi fits. He was a tough guy. Mousasi won the fight, but he was a tough guy to put away. He gave Mousasi all kinds of hell. He was still pretty raw at that point. You know, he's not as refined as he is now. But the takeaway from that fight in Strikeforce was that OSP was a big, tough, strong guy that could not be easily put away. I said going into this fight, Swanson and Lobov, I said in the video I made on the odds, I said that, that it was like a minus 215 or so for the fight to not go the distance or for Swanson to win inside the distance, something like that. I said while it was tempting, I said that, I was staying away from it because Artem Lobov has not been finished many times in his career. He had, he was 13-12, so that was for 25 fights. I think he has a draw and a no contest, so he may have like 20. He may have had 27 fights before last night. The guy, I think, has only been finished maybe 4 times, 3 or 4 times. Not many, not much. He has not been finished much. I should have considered that in playing this fight, man. I tell you, I looked at the odds. You could have gotten Cub Swanson to win on decision by like a plus 335 or something like that. Unanimous decision was just a little bit better, not much. Just playing Cub Swanson to win by decision at a plus 335, man. That was gold, man. That was absolute gold. Swanson was heavily expected to win this fight. You factor in that Lobov had not been finished much in his career. And man, I tell you, I completely missed that. I did not put two and two together to get that for what was ultimately a high payout on great odds, man. I scored this fight 4 rounds to 1. The first round going to Lobov, and all the other rounds going to Cub Swanson. It was pretty much a one-sided fight. Artem hung in tough. Artem brags about this crazy KO power, but the guy only has 4 stoppages, I believe, according to his shirt dog. I believe he only has 4 stoppages in 13 victories. You know, and they called him the Russian Hammer. Like I'm not confusing him with Anthony Rumble Johnson. If he had 10 KOs and 13 wins, 11, 12, 13 KOs, that would be different. But only 4 KOs and 13 wins. I don't know why the guy in interviews, he talks a big game. He talks about punching power and knocking guys out. The guy only has 4 KOs, man. He needs to stop talking about getting KOs. Artem is kind of stiff and robotic. He is not very fluid. He has poor reflexes. He is tough. That is his upside. Is he is a tough guy, but his defense is poor. His head and body is there to get hit. And like I said, the guy is stiff and robotic, man, and with poor reflexes. And in my opinion, the KO power is not that great. While they call him the Russian Hammer, the guy only has 4 KOs, as I said. So, that is the positive to take away from his fight with Lobov, is that he hung tough, his toughness. I did not see a great striker. I did not see a great athlete. Okay, so that was a takeaway from that fight, man. Hell, maybe Swanson ought to be disappointed that he did not get the finish with him being so highly ranked and Lobov not being ranked. But again, this was a missed opportunity by me, man. I regret it. For the most part, through the week, you don't have many props to play. I should have thought about it and looked into it on Saturday, man. Plus 335 for Swanson to win by decision. I know it was a 5-round fight, but Lobov hung in tough, man, and that was gold. That would have been a big money maker. All right, and the other fight that I was interested in on this card, and which I played, was Dodson over Wineland. I watched this fight last night after Berto Porter. Watched it live, and it was one-sided, like I thought it would be. Dodson really did not even press for the KO that much. He just, slowly picked this guy apart, took his time, busted Wineland up without even really trying that hard, it seemed. The guy is just, it was just too fast and powerful for an agent, Eddie Wineland, who probably needs to, hang him up. The guy, he will not be contending for a title for the rest of his career. So, congrats to Dodson, congrats to Swanson. I believe that's about it, man. I think there was something else about Dodson that I wanted to say. But like I said, the guy did not press for the KO. If he would have, he probably could have got it. But hopefully we will see him again in fighting somebody that will give him a challenge here pretty soon. All right. If I miss anything, I will leave a comment in the comment section. But if anybody played these fights, and made money, congrats to you. Hope you guys enjoyed the fights. Let me say, Jessica Penne, she needs to go. She needs to hang him up. I just saw a part of that fight. I think some of the first round I saw. I have not seen the rest of it, but Jessica Penne just has not looked good. I cannot remember the last time I saw her look good. She has been looking terrible for a number of fights. She looked terrible when she got beat up by Jacek, and ever since then she has been losing. So, yeah. Jessica Penne needs a new career. She's not need to be in the UFC anymore. And I really have not seen any of the other fights. I saw highlights and stuff, but nothing that I can comment on or really care to comment on. It was all about Dodson and Swanson for me on this card. So they came through, thanks to them. And thanks to you guys for watching, man. I'll be checking in soon.